targeting. At the moment, though, we're talking about Warwickshire County Council. It's another day, it's another council spends money story. This time, £14,000 that's been spent kitting out the office of the council leader. Easy second. So for that, we've got a couple of chairs, a couple of chairs, 21 chairs. We've got a couple of desks, a couple of new tables as well. The reason it's cost so much, the reason it's cost £14,000 is because we need to appear credible. That's according to Peter Butlin, who is the deputy leader of Warwickshire County Council. He said, look, if you want to attract investment from around and about the place, you need to look like you mean business. You've got to dress to impress. Therefore, you have to spend that kind of money. No, you don't, said Glynis. You can impress people by not having overflowing bins. And Ron was similarly cross. And he said, look, we're being told, tighten our belts, spend more, give you more council tax, and you're spending this money on furniture. Les in Warwick says it's questionable. At this moment in time, I'd say it was a bad investment. I can't even get a new red bin. Martin in Stychel, furious. 14 grand on furniture. How many homeless sleepers would that be off the streets? Why don't they use their own redundant or antique tables and chairs that will have a resale value? I think that's a point that Ron made a few moments ago. There's been a lot of redundancies. That's going to leave a lot of chairs, isn't it? Can't we reuse those? And Keith has said, we've got far bigger wastes of money than furniture, like £1 million wasted on the Bermuda Connect project in Nuneaton. We've got a £200,000 climbing wall fiasco, and rugby's burned a fortune on its Rugby Hall of Fame. Too many wastes of money. This just another one then? Or is this necessary? Do we need to spend £14,000? This is the leader's office. This is where all the high-level, serious talks happen. If people come to the patch, you bring them in. Would you like to come in here? Have a nice cup of coffee. Have a quality biscuit. That's how we attract the investment, isn't it? 0345 900 5200 is the number. Now, one person who is being heralded as being the last bastion of good value it's an MP. Shush. He's being praised. We're praising an MP now. This is a first. The MP for Leamington and Warwick, Matt Weston, who kitted out his office for less than £14,000. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Vic. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Now, you kitted out your office for how much? How much did you spend in total?
I think we spent the sum of £480.
Wowza. £480. And what did you get for that, Matt?
I think we got a total of 6 or was it 7 chairs and 5 desks and some filing cabinets.
Wowza. That's a lot of chairs and desks. I mean, 5 desks. Wow. How did you manage to do this then for such a frugal amount?
Well, I think the key thing for me was spending money prudently, because it's public money, and I always try and spend public money in the way that I would spend money myself, as I did in my old work role, and I think the public expects nothing less. So we went out to local recycling reuse centre, got some desks from them and a few chairs. And then I went to a second-hand furniture store in Coventry, up in Folesville, and I got the remainder of the equipment from them. So, yeah, total of £480.
Now, we heard Peter Butlin, the deputy leader of the council this morning, saying that you need to spend money to look credible if you're attracting inward investment. Do you think that you lack credibility now in the office stakes, Matt?
Vic, I would sincerely hope not. I'm absolutely sure not is the truth of it. You do not need posh furniture to impress. We have perfectly adequate furniture in our office, and I wouldn't be concerned about anyone walking in there and not being impressed by the place, but more importantly by the people and the work we're actually doing. I think the important thing here, and I was interested by this spend of, what is it, £14,000 you're saying?
Yeah, 13,000 odd, yeah, it's just shy of 14 grand.
£14,000 on what? And what did it replace? Because as far as I was aware, the furniture that was previously there up until a few months ago was perfectly adequate. It was actually extremely good furniture.
I think what it is, they said, is it's a new office. So this is what Peter Butlin was saying this morning. It's a new office. So they've moved Izzy Second to a different office. And the office that she's moved into was only based for one person. So they needed to get some new stuff in because there wasn't enough there. But yeah, the stuff that they've got a couple of tables, a couple of desks, 21 seats and some pedestals, which has intrigued me enormously, and all of that. Plus the cost of disposing of packaging, £13,800.
I'm slightly incredulous about that. It does seem unnecessary to me. As I say, I was very familiar with the previous office layout and furniture. I thought it was excellent quality and in good shape, good condition. So not entirely sure why they've done that.
So what should councils be doing? Should they be following your example?
Well, yes, I wouldn't do it unless I believed it was the right thing. In organisations, businesses, everyone in the current climate where business is tough or the public sector is difficult, we have to be very careful how we use money, the public money. And I would have expected leadership, say of the council or even in government, to be using the public funds far more prudently than kitting out a new office.
And would it be possible? And the difficulty is, I suppose, with councils is they have procedures, don't they? You have to follow procedures. There are procurement processes and what have you, which does make it difficult to shop around.
Quite the opposite, actually. You can do whatever you like. I'm sure they could have gone out and bought second-hand furniture as appropriate. The reality is, as I say, there was perfectly good furniture there before, and it's, as I did, you just go up and you just get the invoices and you can just set them up as a supplier. It's not that difficult to change your suppliers or something like this.
Okay, listen, Matt Weston, thank you very much indeed. So that's what they should have done. They should have gone down the second-hand route. How do you feel as a council taxpayer that your money has been spent like this? Or do you think it's necessary to make us look credible? We need to have shiny, spanking new furniture in those council offices. 0345 900 5200 is that number. That's 0345 900 5200.